Hmm. Hmm. Are you in there? Hopefully. Good, I'm in the comments. On the microphone. Hello. Oh, the coffee. Hello, you. Hello, you. Hello. I suppose. Hey, WNN. How you doing, man? Yeah, I just popped on today. Well, I might as well. So since I'm going on going on the table there, and I thought it would be kind of nice to hang out with some people and also talk about Mark Ruggiero, that type of stuff. So what are you up to? I know you said you were going to get something going um, for tomorrow. You said you were going to do something for your channel. Um, I'm not doing too bad today. I've had an insanely rough week. Really, really, really bad week. I had a monster falling out with my boss, and which really sucks because she's also or was a really dear friend of mine, and that's probably over with as well. So I've been dealing with that, which has just been really, really nightmarish. Okay, that's what I thought you were doing. Yeah, I don't know how this. Wonder if I'm gonna have to turn off my. I don't think my computer my internet is having a very good time with this. We'll see. I can't see you here. Hold on, I'll go take a look what's going on. Mm. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer. Come on, computer. Be nice to me. Be nice. Be nice. Ah, back to normal, I hope. Jesus H. Christ. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there's a possibility I may go to hang out with my daughter, Zoe Dufour, tomorrow, and her husband. We may go to the cemetery near here. She was mentioning that they're doing something for tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. This is not good. This is not good. Come on. Still, well, I think you could probably hear me. As far as I know, because I did pop me in. Hold on here. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm in there. Okay, let's see if it works. Am I in? It's trying. It's trying. You'll see me eventually, I think. Yeah, WNN. It's what a bummer. I just the problem with me is that I'm immensely emotional. This is the way I am. An immensely emotional person, so it's really been taking a toll on me. Something fierce. It was as well probably the best. I'm sure it is. It was the best working relationship I've ever had in my life. It was so flipping good, just amazing. We used to. I'm not kidding you. We used to pinch ourselves, going, "This is fantastic," you know. So, I don't know. I may have to abort or something with this thing, and then plop in two cameras, I think, or something. Oh, what a bummer. Hmm. Unless that may work. Let's see. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try. I'm going to try something. You just hold your horses. I know you can hear me, but I'm going to see if this works. Move this around. It may not be the best, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Oops. I gotta get smack up here. Hold on. See if that works. Nope. Nope. Mm, mm. Let me open this. Fine. Do you Are you guys getting the double echo, or is it just me? I wonder. What's the echo over there? Mm, maybe I'll have to. Now, are you hitting a double dead, or is it just me? So that's the piece. I think turn this off. All right. How's that? Uh, how's that? Is that normal? Can you hear me now? Or is it still doubling? Are you guys getting a double digit now, or is it just normal? It's still double digit. Okay, let's figure this out. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I can. We'll try. We'll try. What do I do? On you. I've got it. Isolation. And it still doesn't do it. Oh my gosh. All right. So, default microphone. Hmm. I don't. There is a microphone for the for that other cameras, whatever. I'll figure something out. I hope. Okay, how's that? All right. See if this is using. Okay. I've got the second feed muted on my StreamYard over on the other one, but please let me know if you guys it's double. I'll find out. Still double, isn't it? Shit. So my second feed, sorry about that, guys. My second feed is muted on both things. Is this better? Is that what you're saying? Hmm. Hmm. Or I'll try to go back to the thing. All right. All right. At least now you're just hearing me, I'm assuming, and that's not double. I'll try to go back to the other computer and see if that works. It's just that computer was freaking frying out on me, man. My old laptop. So, but I'll try again. I'll try again. I'll try again. My God, does this laptop ever not like doing what I want it to do? Holy shoot. Hmm. Yeah, the audio should be good now because there's nothing else on. Oh my gosh, let's see here. Yeah, this laptop, my God, you poor thing. I can't believe I tried to do StreamYard way back when with this bloody laptop, and it just said "for flip and get it." So hope you're doing good, all right as well. Oh, I gotta just go to the comments in the private chat. There we go. And let's just hope for the best. Yeah, hopefully you're doing good too, Corvinus Wargaming. Yeah, yeah, I mean, it's weird, about Mark Ruggiero in the sense that, I mean, everybody, we all knew, so it was going to happen. So it's not like, oh my God. Still, I'll tell you one thing, man. That guy, bloody hell, did he ever go freaking mental when he found out what was happening to him? He just went nuts playing games, and hey, Charles, man, just that was wonderful. And I'll tell you, what blew me away is that when he reached out to me, I don't know, a little over a year ago, and what do you guys call it, grognards or something, like super hardcore gamers. And so I mean, that's the way I view Mark. He's a super hardcore gamer. So I was amazed that, he went and emailed me once on BGG, and he was like, "Hey, I've been watching your videos, and I love what you're doing," kind of thing. And it was like, yeah, that just knocked my socks off. I felt like he said, we felt like kindred spirits kind of thing in the way we were approaching the narrative and all that stuff. And I was really amazed, really amazed. Yeah, like I said, my computer here is just not, I should hear the fan go, man. It's just like, I think it wants to go back to like maybe, 10 years ago or something like that. So I think even when I purchased this laptop, it was a couple of years ago or whatever. I think even then it was out of date type thing. So yeah. So anyways, I've just been feeling a bit, well, like I said, I feel better today, and I know that I'm going to be there's going to be ebbs and flows, and it's going to come back again. And I don't go back to work until Tuesday, and holy shit, I just got to tell you this, on the Friday when we ran into each other, because I've been off work for 3 weeks. That was effing awkward, to say the least. That was bloody awkward. It just, what a piss off, man. What a piss off. Anyways, I got a meeting with my manager and director on Tuesday because he got wind of it due to the fact, and I told her later too. I was like, "Look, man, if you had just, hey, Gamers with Coffee, Ashley, great to see you." I was like, "Man, if she had just reached out to me, man, it would have been could have made life a lot better." But she just was not responding to any of my emails or any of my messages at work. And it's like, we need to get some work done, man. I need to know what's going on. I've been away for 3 weeks, But she didn't respond to anything. And then, as per usual, the way I am, I fly off the handle and emailed somebody else saying, "By the way, take me off the list. I'm no longer going to be at these meetings," because I wanted to give her some space. And I said, "But please, keep me up to date if you can with what's going on, because then, for the project kind of thing." But I wanted to give her space. But as per usual, like I said, I fly off the handle and do something by myself like that. And my manager got wind of it and was like, "Chris, you can't be doing shit like this. You can't just decide for yourself that you're no longer going to be part of this certain group," So so anyways, he said, "Well, I'll arrange a meeting with yourself and the director on Tuesday, and we can talk about it." But so I mean, obviously, I didn't want it to escalate to that point, but it's gonna unfortunately happen. Yeah, and that's and the irony is, of course, is that's when she contacted me after 4 days or whatever of not contacting me at work. I mean, that's the only time she actually did contact me was after that when our manager caught wind because she's trying to cover her butt a bit. I can understand that. Trying to shape the narrative a little bit to her, whatever. I'm gonna look at the comments. Yeah, it is. I'm glad to see you too, Ashley. Um, and like I said yesterday there on the stream, I just had a monster bout of insomnia. I've been up since I finally got some sleep last night. Holy smokes, thank God. I've been up since Thursday morning, and I didn't get to bed till last night, maybe around 8:30 or so. And like I said, I was wide awake, but I was like, Chris, man, you can't be doing this. You gotta drop dead, So, anyways, what it came down to in the long run was she knew I was um, uh, sensitive about a certain topic that happened at work, and uh, like I said, we're good friends. Just amazing. And so obviously she had my private email and so on and so forth. So we're always chatting that way. The irony is the last day before my holidays or my vacation. I'm not kidding. It was bizarre. We were both like looking at each other, like that weird physical because both of us I think wanted to give each other a hug. And I said to her, "I'm going to miss you so much." Fuck! What a fucking drag! What a fucking drag! It's gonna take a while, man. It's gonna take a while. And I've got a sensitive, I've got a tender heart. I have I've got my heart on my sleeve, kind of thing, and it's gonna take me a long time to get over this. Like I said, it'll be ebbs and flows. Hold on, I got to get I'm doing the blanket there for Leo. He loves sleeping under the blanket like a little tunnel, so I'm just going to get it going for him here. Hold on, Puss. It's funny, his official name is Leo, but he certainly doesn't go by the name of Leo. It's Puss. He doesn't respond to Puss at all, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll try not to keep yabbering on about at work, but anyways, yeah, it was a sensitive thing about work, and she should have clued in on the second email that she sent me. The way I responded, and I ended up actually and yeah, for the second email, she should have clued in based on the way I responded, and I blocked her email address, and I should have left it blocked until I got back to work on Monday. And I'm sure that we could have just hashed things out, talked, and that would have been over with. But stupid me, man, stupid me. Unblocked her email address on the Friday, and she was obviously checking because magically I get an email from her, and she just doubled down again, was trying to rationalize it, and I was just like, so I flew out like a lashed out at her, and I heard her, and so much so, like I said, that she didn't want to respond to me whatsoever at work until she had to, basically, because the manager said, "What the hell?" But what a bummer. So yeah, I've been beating myself up about that, like you have no idea. And I still will. Oh my God, it was god awful awkward on Friday. That was a nightmare. That was a bloody nightmare. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. I'll tell you one thing though. Thank God I got Zoe for my daughter in my life. We chatted a bit yesterday after the stream, and she sent me a ton of encouraging emails last night and whatnot, and she just tried to remind me. She's like, "Chris, man, or Dad, you're not alone, and it's okay. It's you know, it's just one, What a bummer. Like I said, the working relationship for us was off the flipping charts, man. Off the charts. It was off the charts. I've never in my life worked with somebody like her. Just it was a great partnership. Shit. What a bummer. What a flipping bummer. Like so much so, I even we ended up calling ourselves the Micro Team, and I made T-shirts for us, and I based it on the Wonder Twins. So it had like Micro Teams powers, activate, that type of thing. And oh my gosh, we were just getting so much good work done, and it was a tough project. We worked on that thing so hard all spring and all summer. Really tough. It was a long, like we spent unbelievable amount of hours together working on this project, and hit tons of roadblocks. Slammed our heads against the wall a ton of times. We just kept coming back. Oh, thanks. I'm not going to yell at you ever, Charles, man. It was nice to see your video this morning. Like I said, I was going to watch it last night. I completely forgot. So it's nice to see it this morning. It's just your, like I've said before, and other people have as well. Yeah, you got it, man, for setting up your tables. It's just there's so much. You haven't even started yet, and there's like a bazillion, there's tons and tons and tons of narrative already waiting for you down there. I can see it. It's totally cool. Yeah, provide us more gaming. The other nice thing is too is Zoe Ufor reminded me yesterday that I also I'm part of a creative writing group called the Moon Garden, and it's on every Monday night, Moon Day night, I guess you could say, and it's really an amazing group. What you would call it? It's open to anybody. It's not like she's going to like say, "Whoa, you're not neurodivergent" or anything like that, and you're not allowed to go on. Hey, anymore, Matt. Great to see you, man. It's not like hey, you're not you're not screwed up in some way, so you can't be part of the creative group. But she was like, maybe you can write about it tomorrow and so on and so forth during the creative writing group. I'll tell you, like I said, that group has been so important to me. I even said to the organizer, listen to her name, Meg Max. Like, what the hell? I'm like, that's like, you're so flippant. You're so lucky. I was like, that sounds like a superhero character or like I don't know, like a spy or something. It's like, goodness gracious. But yeah, and I'll talk to her and see how that goes. But I said to Meg, I said, I don't want to know what life was like before this group. It's so inclusive. I feel so normal, because we're all a bunch of defects. I guess I could say at the group. It's pretty neat to see us all together. But So what am I doing at the table here? Oh, well, like I said, I wanted to also just be hanging out with some good people, you guys, and try to stay occupied, I guess, is what it is, and see how much I can go. But like I said, I know that later on, it's going to go back up again. It's been I'd say the biggest issue I've had so far is I know people use this term just to express themselves or whatever about like OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, but it reared its ugly head big time this week. I'll just say this: thank effing God, I caught it before it took over. Um, like I deal with it every day for sure, but it gets it's like a happy medium, I guess you could say, where I get it down to a certain at a certain level, and it's like I don't mind uh, it at that level. It almost I'm not saying I enjoy it, but it's almost like a weird. Normal a good thing? No, no, I don't think it is. Actually, there's something wrong with people that are normal. um, is when it gets down to that happy medium for me, it's almost like a magic world or something. I don't know how to really put it that way. It's like so. It's just little things. So it'll be like Chris, you got to do this, and you know, have to do it a certain way, and good things will happen. Like good things will happen, and for the like I said, when it's at that happy medium level, it doesn't rear its head every 3 seconds where I have to do something. I have to do everything a certain particular way, or the world's going to fall apart. And that's what happened this week. I was like, Chris, you gotta like like I said, I was aware of it. But this is the kicker, or the catch-22 with OCD is the OCD part is saying if you don't do it, bad things are going to happen. So I'm trying to ignore it, but then I've got this other chunk of my brain saying you can't ignore it, Chris. You must grab this spoon. You can't grab that one. You have to put this, but every thing. It's like this is insanity, man. Like it's just nuts. And like you're wearing this, I'm just wearing myself out, you know. So it's like holy crap. Mm. So that's that. So yeah, just with this, like this game. I was when I went to the shops. I just came back from the shops a little while ago, and I was walking there, just thinking about coming back to this table. And I was like, wow, it's amazing that I get to play at such an operational level. And it feels like I'm a real general, like I'm making real decisions, because I'm, reading from books and stuff and finding out about, how they learned over time. Like I was saying before about how they started cluing in. You can't make attacks everywhere, all over the place. You got to like concentrate your forces here, and especially in the Great War, and so on and so forth. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like, Chris, yet again, I've got to slow down. I've got and I don't know where like I'm doing the Russian turn right now, or still setting up the Russians. And I'm like, Chris, I don't know where the Austro-Hungarians are going to attack. I don't know where the Germans are going to attack. I know pretty darn well. I'll show you a few places. Like I said, so over here is East Prussia. Hopefully it's not too, I don't want to turn on the lights because it'll blow out that camera, I think, over there. But I mean, here's the boundary for East Prussia. And you can see all the Russians are in here. All the blocky type peoples. The bingo chits are where the Germans are. So they're way into East Prussia. And as you know, there's no bloody way that the Germans want to let them stay there. So I know full well that there's going to be they're going to probably mass an attack that way. And like I said in my narrative, the Tsar wants us to go towards Rouge, which I don't want to go towards here because it's strategically not a great spot. Oh yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. It's over here. It's just I don't have enough forces, even though, like I said before, the Russians are flush with troops. Holy shoots and ladders! Hold on here. I was reading yesterday when I was like I said, when I'm reading a lot of my Great War material stuff, I keep a book, my notebook with me, and just try to write down notes. Where did I write it down here? I hope I did. It's here. Yeah, it says on March 21st, 1918, there was 202 German divisions on the Western Front. 202. What in the hell? And there was only 40 divisions in every other front. Like, holy cow, that's incredible. Yeah, so I'm just right now at the point in that book where they're just about to start the Ludendorff offensives, and he's talking about the different people that had different opinions. Like Crown Prince Ruprecht was like, "No, let's do a defensive posture on the Western Front and maybe concentrate, do some attacks in the Italian front, and try to knock out the Italians once and for all." That type of stuff. Um, yeah, really good, really amazing read. I'm almost finished, and I'm going to lend it out to a guy. I think I've mentioned it to some of you guys. Um, his name's Ivan. He's a Bulgarian. You should see this. He's like 6'7", 9". He's a monster. And we have like a private little library thing. He's set up a little spot on it in his cubicle area. And so I put books there for him to read and vice versa. So he just gave me back, I lent him the Pursuit of Glory there by Alistair Horn about that. And I told him too, I said, "You're going to love this book, man. This guy's a really good writer." And he was like, "Yeah, this is like a story." I said, "I told you, man, the guy's a wicked, wicked writer." And then I mentioned to him too, it's the second part of his trilogy. The first one there is the 1890 Combine or something like that. The French right after the Franco-Prussian War, and the third one there is about, I guess, 1939 or whatever the hell with France or whatever. I don't know too much about World War II, so. Um, I'll leave it at that. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to strip out some of my troops here for the 6th Army that I had, and I'm just going to have. There's another thing I have to remind myself too is got to keep some reserves somewhere just in case, because I know things are going to go pear shaped somewhere, especially if the Austro-Hungarians and the Germans attack in a spot that I'm not prepared for. So I want to make sure. Beautiful thing is, I know, the Russians don't have a ton of, not as good rail on internal lines of communication as the Germans. But I've got tons of intact rail here, tons of it. And the Germans, look how far away they are. There's a railhead here, and there's a railhead here, and that railhead here. This is all they can't use it. They do actually, but I think I've mentioned that before. I called it the Tarnow agreement, where the Austro-Hungarians have basically allowed the Germans priority access to the rail here, and in compensation is that they have to take 40 kilometers of this front, and also had to give 15 supply points over to the Austro-Hungarians. But it's hurt the Germans in some ways. But at least they've got a railhead, or active rail here that they can kind of squeeze in and try to see what they can do towards Kielce and Radom over there. But we'll see how it goes. So like I said, over here, I'm just trying to get some troops here from the Sixth Army, and I'll just have to realize I can't do everything, because my main focus is, like I said, I'm just going to do, like I said before, I'm just going to do a little, just a little bit, just going to push in a little bit towards Rouge and pretend and tell the Tsar, look, we're trying, and leave it at that kind of thing. And hopefully he's not going to take too much, look at it too carefully. But my main focus for sure is to try and take Memel. If I can take Memel, which is right here, right there, I've now got complete control of that area here. I also have to start looking into the naval aspects, because Big Rebel Creek doesn't really have it. Not the way I want to get into it anyways. I want to start looking at far more being able to see what I can do in that aspect. So I'll probably have to go and drag up my Great War at Sea Jutland module upstairs and go take a look at that, see what I can do. But I think if we can take Memo, um, there's only this tiny little split, I don't know what it's called, this tiny little sliver of land towards up to Königsberg, and it's going to be really difficult, I think, to be able to defend from there. Anyways, and I'm a big fan of protecting my flanks, so that's why I want to go to here. It's going to be exciting. The irony is like I said, it's such a good relationship with my boss that her husband actually is the general for the 7th Army over here, the Russian 7th Army. I put him in there. Oh my gosh, well, he's still going to be there. And, who knows what will happen over time? I don't know. It's still raw, still fresh. Like I said, thank God I don't have to go to work tomorrow, and I only have to hang out with her kind of thing on the Tuesday, and then because it would have had to go back to work on the following Friday, and would have run into her the rest of the week. The Wednesday and Thursday, I work from home. Because that's day one of that symposium. That's going to be the Great War Symposium, and it's going to be at I think it's going to be at the World War One the National World War One Museum and Memorial. I think that's where it's at. I think that's where where it's at every year. So that's going to be exciting as hell. To be able, like 2 days, I get to just be immersed with listening to all these talks from all these amazing historians and so on and so forth. And as I mentioned yesterday on the live stream, is that they were like, oh, and I think 2 weeks after or something like that, they're going to have but you of course have to have attended the symposium. Is they're going to have a teacher's workshop and set you up so that way you can have your own material, your own learning plan or whatever, and that gleaned from the symposium, and then we get a certificate afterwards. I'm like, and it was so nice that a lot of people yesterday were commenting, going, "Oh, you kind of are a teacher," or whatever. Because I was like, I'm not a teacher, but I'm going to try to pretend. And if they don't ask me for my credentials, I'm going to just slip in and see what happens. But I really want to, like I think I've mentioned this before. And there's the other thing I had to remind myself as well is when I focus just on the Great War, a lot of my issues that I deal with tend to evaporate. I can focus on that. You know what the irony is this map, this game right here, because it's so many moving parts and whatnot, was probably one of the best piece of therapy, or whatever you want to call it, for my OCD issues. It was amazing. It got to the point I was like, I will never be able to play this game if I keep allowing it to take control of my actions, because I was like, I had to have everything straight, and like everything had to be equidistant, and on and on and on. I was like, Chris, you can't do this anymore. And so it was hard. It was hard. My brain was like, you gotta do it. I'm like, I can't. So I had to let it go. I had to let it go, And now it's to the point where I'm like, now, like I said, it still creeps up, but I'm like, no. But it'll be nice when that goes right back down to that happy medium level. It was a lot better this morning when I was walking to the shops. Certainly a lot better than it was like the day before, and so on and so forth. It was just nuts. It was like, I couldn't believe I actually was able to get anything done, for Christ's sake. It was just crazy. It was like, holy shit. It was nuts. But like I said, I clued in right away before it started taking control. That was pretty sweet. other than that, it's it's nice to be able to see you guys and keep my mind active or focused on this. The only weird thing is right now is where I've got the computer, the invite, the other one there you guys are looking at from here. It's where I actually write my stuff, but I'm not. I don't want to start fucking around with all kinds of stuff. Hopefully, you guys can still see the map. I know that I'm in the lightways or whatever. But you'll see what I mean. If I turn on the light, I think you guys will get blown away. Watch. I'd like to have it on because I can see better. You see what I mean? Tell me if that's too much. Is that all right? Because if that's okay, I'd love to keep them on. But it's that light above my head. I don't want you guys going, ah. So, but I prefer this because I can actually see the bloody whatever's. Yeah, it's cloudy today. We've been having a ton of beautiful sun. But now I can see everything up like super duper great. Hopefully it's all right. All right, so let's get cooking. Who am I swapping out here? Yeah, this is just, I can't believe how long it's been taking me to get this done. Oh, fantastic. Thanks, Corvinus Wargaming. All righty. Yeah, it's just shocking to me how many um, uh, how many troops the Russians have, and yet again, like I was saying, it's like, oh my God, I'm running out super quick. It's just as their front is just ridiculous. It's absurd. Like, what is it? I've got it written down somewhere. Like, imagine this. I started with well, I still have them. 280 supply points, 16 replacement units, 10 Army HQs, 16 Corps HQs, 11 artillery brigades, 6 engineering regiments, 4 elite cavalry divisions, 12 regular cavalry divisions, 20 elite infantry divisions, 55 regular divisions, and 29 reserve infantry divisions, 3 infantry brigades, and 22 Opolcheny or People's Militia brigades. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. But yet again, I'm running out like this. No, tomorrow. I'll be like, how did I write this down? Yeah, Russia has an 82 hex front. So that's, Jesus Christ. What's that? Over 1,000 kilometers? So because each hex is 20 kilometers. Holy up. That's nuts. So it's not, what, 1,600 kilometers? Still too warm here in the Midwest for me. Oh, wow. It's, what did we get? We're getting about 4 or 5 degrees right now. Sorry, you guys are not Celsius people. I don't know what I don't know Fahrenheit. But yesterday it was warm enough with the sun that I was able to hang out in the front porch and read, which was wonderful. One thing I am missing, I'm going to miss, or I did miss for sure, was for computers just having a hard time. The amount of reading I got done while I was away was just fantastic. I just went nuts, and probably one of my biggest things I love to do is read, for sure. And probably I'd say two people for sure that I'm really happy. It's odd that the only other person in my family that likes to read is Zoe Dufour. Everyone else in my family doesn't read. If you go to their house or houses, there's no books. Like, what the hell? It's so weird. But the interesting thing is that I would say 2 people. She's not around anymore. My grandmother on my dad's side. She used to be a teacher, and I'm sure that I got the reading bug from her. And the other person that I'm super grateful for is my mom, due to the fact that she clued in pretty quick that I was into reading. So I got lots of books. For Christmas gifts or birthday, that type of stuff. Really, really happy about that. That's for sure. And I can I'll still remember this day for the rest of my life. I hope. We went ironically to go and see my grandmother. No books. I know, it's so weird. Always like I'm suspicious. Like, what's wrong with these people? It's like the normal people. I remember this Friday evening, went to go see my grandmother, and then we hopped across to uh, the shopping mall around that area, and we went into Prospero Books. And whoever worked at that spot was really into Doctor Who, and I was amongst. I still am nowhere near. I'm not into the new Doctor Who, but the old classic Doctor Who. I was like full on, like full on, and my jaw dropped. I had never seen so many Doctor Who books in my life. And I remember begging and pleading with my mom because I only used to get $5 a week allowance. And lucky devil back then that most of the paperbacks that I liked were $2.50 each. So I was like, I could get 2 books a week. It was awesome. And I just was like, Mom, please, can you please let forward me a month's worth of allowance? And she was like, okay. And I came home with so many Doctor Who books. It was not funny. I remember the first one I read too when I got home. It was Doctor Who and Dalek Invasion of Earth. And just wow, those were the days, man. Those were still got them all upstairs. Never got rid of those. That's for bloody sure. No way in hell. No way in hell. Yeah, and I'm eternally grateful for that person that this would be back in grade 4. Yeah, grade 4, Roger Plomondon. I remember it was a winter. We were on recess, standing on a snow hill or whatever, parking around. And I asked him what he was going to do that evening, and he mentioned, "Oh, I'm going to be watching Doctor Who." And I was like, "What the hell's Doctor Who?" And I watched. It would have been Doctor Who and the Time Warrior, and my jaw hit the floor. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is an amazing show!" And I got sucked in like no tomorrow. Well, that's another thing about me, man. Once I like something, that's it. I'm very digital. I'm not very analog when it comes to that type of stuff. So I'm either full in or I'm not into anything. I'm not into it at all, kind of thing. And that's unfortunately the way I am with people as well. So that's probably what happened with my boss. Is that like I said, really intense relationship. Yeah, it was funny because often a lot of people were like, "God, you guys act like an American couple," that type of thing. And look what I do. Yeah, I snapped. I certainly did snap, and I said some hurtful things to her. But like I said, she crossed the line, and and I told she should have known full well not to bring a certain topic up. And especially when I'm on vacation, and that's what I told her at the very end. I was like, "You keep talking about this work thing, and I'm not at work. Will you fucking stop, man? This is nuts." And holy shit! So that's where that went. What a bummer. All right, so let's focus on this. So I've got to at least get to a certain point for the love of God, where I got to get to a certain point for the love of God where I can start moving ahead with this game, man. It's been sitting here for so long. Like I said, now I'm doing the other moving parts. I've got just over there. It's on the other wall. I'll show it eventually at some point. That would have been a good idea. Darn it, Corvinus Wargaming. I could have brought down my. I could still do it. I mean, it's not like the live show's over. I could. Get over my 15 millimeter ancients, and you could take a look, cruise around with those. I'm just looking at what WNN says. Well, I've just been told I'm spending 3 weeks in Canada next year and 6 weeks in the USA. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Well, WNN, if you're anywhere near Ottawa, man, I'm not effing kidding. You give me a bell. Or flipping, sure. That would be ultra cool. That was the other thing too. Is Mark Ruggiero and I were actually arranging to get him to come over to play at my house. Ironically, it would have been around September or so, or October. And it was getting like we were starting. It was funny. He's like, I can remember. He's like, Chris, do you have all the development maps? Should I be bringing one? Like, which maps that I should be bringing? I was like, Mark, man, you honestly think I don't have all the Derville Creek maps? I was like, I've got multiple copies of the Derville Creek maps in different scales, and and on different types of paper, and so on and so forth. So you got nothing to worry about. I was like, just no, you just show up, man. Just show up, that type of thing. But he had so many things in the queue, as you probably can imagine, because he was trying to get as much stuff done as possible. And he was like, Chris, I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze it in. We'll see how it goes. And yet again, he's like, I don't know how I'm going to feel in X amount of time. And look what happened. So it didn't pan out, but that would have been nice, just to have him here for a few days and play with a real gamer. Like, I remember I don't see myself as a true gamer, not like Charles or Meandering, like those type of things. Like, to me, you guys are the real deal. I'm like almost saying I feel like an imposter or something. It'll be in the book tour. Oh wow, cool! Oh my god, that is so neat, WNN. So that means you'll probably go to Toronto. I don't know if you'd go to Ottawa then, because we're not a major center. We're just a rinky-dink little city. Kind of in between Montreal and Toronto, kind of. Like we're about an hour and a half drive from Montreal, maybe about 4 hours, I think, to Toronto or something like that. I hope you get to go to Montreal, WNN. Beautiful, beautiful city, very European, really nice. If you also get to go to Quebec City, I've never been. I've been awfully close. But that's also a very, very such an old city. It's not funny, and very European looking as well. So I guess you'll be going to Vancouver then. That's another major spot. Holy man, you can be all over the place. Anyways, let's see what I can do here. That's so neat, man. Okay. Not a lot here for the Sixth Army. It's just like I said, I've got too many people in there. I'll have to strip some people out. Oh, the way it goes. Yeah, like I doubled up on the Sixth Army because I wanted to try to mount an attack there. Like I said, I've got to start cluing in. I can't do everything I want, and I'll wait. I'll wait until I get some new troops popped in. I think that's a good idea. Yeah. Shoot. All right. So the First Guards Infantry Division, they're an elite infantry division. I'll take them off. I'm going to get an eraser. I was thinking later I may go to, what time is it? It's only 11:30. Is walk over this spot. The pizza place that I used to order from for years and years and years. They moved to a new location, and it's just I think it's still they have delivered to us, but they're just at that weird distance where by the time the food arrives, it's kind of like starting to get cold, so I don't do it anymore, which is a bummer because they were, they still are. And ironically, they actually moved towards where Zoe Dufour and her husband live. So she's allowed to go and order from them, no problem. Oh my God. And their French fries, I don't know if you guys are the French fries or chips, WNA. It's like a wood one. It's interesting that I'm going to say chips because they're so good. You won't like me in the French part. In the French parts, it's I swear to God, they stole a chip wagon or something like that because the fries are so good. So whenever I'd order from the pizza place, I'd make sure that I also ordered something that involved French fries or chips. So it'd be something like I'd order a club sandwich, that type of thing and whatnot. But they're gone. Luckily for me, I found a new spot which I can walk to, and they also deliver. It's called Lorenzo's. What was Zoe do for? We went for a walk there, and it's actually we're starting to do this a bit more. Her husband Stefan mentioned he's like, you guys should actually maybe start a blog or whatever, because we're going to try and hit all the different pizza spots around here and just judge them, kind of thing. So it was neat. We were walking, and I said, "Oh, I want to try this one out. I've been wanting to try this one out for years." And we both, of course, didn't know what the pizza was going to be like. And she got in there, and she's like, "I don't know. This place looks like it's a bit sketchy." Awesome pizza. I've had it now 4 times. All 4 times were great. Just the way I like it, that type of thing. So I'll be doing that. But mind you, the ultimate, and a lot of people say this as well, the ultimate pizza place in Ottawa to go to is the Colonnade restaurant. There's now 5 of them now, but they've been around for 60 years or so, and I've been going there since I was a teenager. They're right near my work. I can walk to it, and I've only ever ordered a veggie pizza with green olives from them. For ever since I've never ordered any other thing, so I have no idea what the rest of their food is like, but it is unbelievably good. Oh my gosh, it is spectacular and affordable. To be able to sit down and have a small veggie pizza with green olives, which I have to pay extra for because they don't have it on the standard veg. So, and a glass of water, and I give them a hefty tip, $25. Not bad for what? For being able to sit down at a restaurant? Hey, wants to know what your book's about, WNN? Okay, so I'll get rid of the first guards. Well, free up a little dude. I'll keep on trucking that way. Yeah, so I may go there later. I have to find out what time they open. I think I'm also going to be. I usually do not every week, but it's been awesome. On Sundays, usually Meandering Mike and I get on Skype and chit chat for like an hour or so, and that'll happen at around 4:00. Something went wrong. I'll try this. I'm going to see what's going on over here. If my string air thing's okay. Okay, the string air thing's all right. I'll go back to my computer. Man, this computer is just having a conniption fit. Oh my God. It is having a conniption fit. All right. And the irony is that often when I've been oh shit, I got to put it back in the comments. Is I often think the amount of the stuff that it's mostly not all of it, but a significant portion of what Meandering Mike and me talk about is gaming, and I am often thinking this should be a flippin' live stream. We should be having this on. People would love it. There's so much game talk and game design talk and comparing different game mechanisms and rule sets and so on and so forth. It's awesome. I'm like, oh, darn. Like, I'm sure people would love to hear about it because I'm asking him a bazillion questions because his knowledge base is like off the charts compared to me for gaming, as you can imagine. So I'm always asking him questions about, well, what's this like, or what's that like, or do you think this is this way, or that way, and that. stuff like that. So it's been really, really good. Okay, so I got rid of the first guard, so I'll keep on trucking. I'm just going to get rid of all the good guys on the Sixth Army, and it'll be the way it goes. Sorry, I just hope for the best, but I need these guys in other spots. Quite frankly, it's still a long way to go. So it's like I've only done, and yet again, it's still fluid. I haven't baked anybody in yet, so okay. I get rid of him. I'll find out what time they're. At least I'm starting to eat again. It's also not eating, and I don't know if you can see. I don't have a lot. I don't like if you want to talk about like in military terms. I don't have a lot of reserves. That kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know about. Hold on here. Okay, I gotta convert this into imperial. So I'm 6 feet tall, and this morning when I weighed myself, I was 122 pounds. So I'm gonna give you an idea. Holy cow! I've said before to other people too, like they're like, oh, you're so slim or whatever. I'm like, it's not a good thing, to be this that whatever. Because if I get sick, I'm gonna, I've got no reserves. So what do you want? But it's the way it is. Okay. And the Caucasian Grenadiers, you're gone. Yeah, it's been fun, man. Making, like I said, I'm no longer. I've strayed so far from the official Der Weltkrieg rules. It's not funny, and I don't care. I'm shaping this the way I think. The way I think the game should be run. So I'm doing all kinds of things here, especially with the way I'm attributing the infantry and so on and so forth. And yet again, it doesn't mean I'm going to be doing it right or whatever, and I'm going to learn as I go along, just like the real generals did, for goodness sakes. That type of stuff. Okay, so I got rid of him. Yeah, so the only other conflict zone I'm doing, I think Charles Torr knows this, is I'm not a big fan of the word theater to describe conflict zones. I always find that just an odd, just a strange term to be using it for. So I call them conflict zones. So I've got well, hold on here. Got it written down somewhere, I think. Yep. So I have the Alpine Adriatic conflict zone. So you can obviously know what that is. I've got the African conflict zone, the Atlantic Pacific conflict zone, the Arabian, the Asian, the Balkan, the Black Sea, Eastern Europe, Indian, Mediterranean, Northern Seas, and Western Europe. 12 of them. So, learn and have fun. Damn straight, man. Damn straight. Damn straight. So the only other conflict zone that I'm going to be doing in mass to this specificity is the Arabian conflict zone. So that's Mesopotamia and Palestine, essentially. That's it. And well, obviously Egypt, like that little bit of North Africa. That's it. That's going to be as detailed as this game. That's it. The other ones are going to be abstracted to whatever levels, but it's still, I have to put those moving parts together in some ways. So like already, like I think I mentioned before, I had no choice. I took 20 German infantry divisions from the Western Europe conflict zone and brought them over here because there was no effing way. I was like, I have to, but then that means when I go to the abstracted Western Front over there, I have to remove. I think it's 100 and it's about 100, a little over 100 infantry strength points. It's a lot, man. A lot in Derville Creek. So that's got to go. And then I think I was mentioning before, and maybe last Saturday's live stream, the spontaneous impromptu one, is that, hold on here, I'm getting sidetracked. So it's about the infantry divisions. What did I forget? Oh, yes. I'm trying to figure out the production chart for Der Weltkrieg and to see if it models reality close. And I'm not sure it does, just due to the fact I think I mentioned. Okay, let's go and grab the book. We'll take a look at a few things here. All right. So let's see how many German troops were at the beginning of the Tannenberg scenario for Der Weltkrieg. All right, we'll look at it from there and go from there. Where are you, German? German setup. So we're looking at about 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11. Okay, I understand. It's Tannenberg. They kept a small amount of dudes there historically. And I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to show you is the jump for how little amount there is here. I'm trying to stay out of it. I think if I go too far away, that's where the light gets in. If I stay, and then I'm going to go and show you how many infantry divisions there are for Der Weltkrieg for the beginning of the Golitza Tarnów breakthrough, which is in May of 1915. So it's not very far. Remember, we're right now in December of 1914 in my world. And the way I did it is I'm calling it the December truce. So there's nothing happening. Everybody's kind of taking a deep breath, trying to figure out whether or not they want to continue on with the war or what the hell they want to do, that type of thing. And I'll show you that I'm unsure, and I understand that there was things already in the works. There's already people being, divisions already setting up from there. But wait until you see the dramatic jump in the amount of divisions, and plus we still got the Western Front that they're dealing with, the Germans. And I'm like, I can't see how, if I was going to do this from scratch kind of thing with the Der Weltkrieg production charts, I don't think I could make that many divisions from this amount of time to May 1915, based on the amount of resources they have and so on and so forth. I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll give you an example. I don't know where the production chart is. Somewhere around here. Is it there? Hold on. No, that's my other one. Where are you? Where are you? You're here. Nope. But it's something like, oh, what the hell am I saying? Don't I? Yeah, I've got the production chart right over here. It's on my wall. Yeah, thankfully, I got, way back when that I saw Jezza 1. Oh, Charles Satora, I'm going to read your thing. Getting the humans to the table and the staging entry for other attacks. Kind of forgot how many mounted knights I have. 21 staged, 11 more in the bin box. Cool. So it takes 6 months to make an infantry unit. Costs 2 production points per strength point and 2 manpower points per strength point. All right. So that's a lot, as you can imagine. So the Germans, wait till you see how many divisions they have for the Golitza Tarnów breakthrough in May. Remember, and we're also, don't forget about the Western Front. So hold on here. I gotta go. Where do I have you? Not there. All right. Somewhere here. Love writing too, as well. I love writing. It's not that one. It's this one. So for the Gorlitza Tarnuk breakthrough, the Germans have an obscene amount. It's yeah, it's just nuts. They've got like several armies. I would love to know how many they've got sitting here. Let's just do a quickie. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18, 30, 33, 5, 37. I would say they've got at least 60 to 70 infantry divisions there. And I'm like, really? I'm supposed to believe that I can make that many? I'm unsure about that. God damn it, I'm going to miss having my boss as my friend. I miss having her as a working partner. Shit. It's going to really suck. Suck. I'm not kidding you, man. Both of us were like I said, when we'd be pinching ourselves. There's been so many times we've said to each other in just chit chatting. I'm so lucky, so blessed. I mean, I looked forward to going to work. I looked forward to seeing my boss. I was so engaged. Oh, we were just getting going, man. Just getting going. I could see so much more potential that we had around the corner. So much. And we were. I've said this before. I said it to her, and I've said it to other people. I often felt like it's just so weird because as long as we did our core activities, our manager left us alone. So I felt often like we were two private detectives, like in some 70s show, hanging out, eating crap fast food and drinking cold coffee or whatever in our car, that type of thing. Just talking about how to solve the case and whatever. It was like that. It was so much fun. Shit. Fucking sucks. So, by the way, let me know if you guys, because remember, I'm not on Facebook or any of that stuff. So please let me know if you guys find out anything about if there's anything going on with Mark Ruggiero and whatnot. As in, if there's any like special events or what have you. That would be great. Yeah, I know Harold Bosman and me there are still got to, I'm doing a little bit, but I got to get a lot more. This is kind of a neat idea. Like at first there, I was saying that I was going to call it the Harold Bosma Great War Bibliography. But then when I found out about Mark Ruggiero, like not doing really, I mean, you could see how quick he was going. I was like, screw this. I mean, as we know, I think Mark, I'm not sure what Mark likes more, his games or his books. But my gosh, did he yabber on about his books on some of those videos? And often when he would pop on the show there on Saturdays and would say, "Hey, Chris, you got any new book recommendations for me?" That kind of thing. I was like, okay, we're going to call it the Mark Ruggiero Great War Bibliography. And the neat thing is, based on what I've been doing at work, I was like, oh well, why am I? Because at first I was going to make a little website and have it there. I was like, no. We can do an interactive PDF, and I can have have the hyperlinks in there, and we could share it, and it'll be a living, breathing document that we can keep updating every time people give us another book, a book suggestion, and so on and so forth. We'll keep on throwing them in. I can set up a table of contents in the PDF, so that way people can go. Well, it's going to be about this military technology or what on and on and on and on. I was like, okay, we're going to have some fun here. So all I've been doing right now is I've just been going to my bookshelf shelves there and writing down all the books that I have. I'm just doing the titles, the full title, and then the author or the editor name, and then go from there. At first, I was doing the ISBNs, but the problem is nowadays is due to the fact that books come in so many different formats that there's an ISBN for every bloody format. And I was like, screw this. It's going to drive me up the tree. So, I was like, okay, we'll just do that. And then with the interactive PDF, if people want to go and find out more about the book, you just click the link and you'll go to Goodreads, or you'll go to here, or you'll go to there, that type of thing. So I think that'll be fun. Okay, did I do the, yep. Okay. I'm really happy you guys can hear the music that I'm playing. Mind you, it's not. I'm not listening to techno. I'm listening to KUSC, the classical radio station from Southern California, University of Southern California. I've been a member of them. Oh my God, years and years and years. But I really like the Sunday morning shows. They have right now it's. What's it call it? Well, it's all choral music, but what's it call it? A joyful noise. And then right after that, they'll have 2 hours of Baroque. And I'm a huge Baroque fan. Huge. I'm not a. It's weird. I wouldn't necessarily say I've got a favorite composer, but if you asked me, Chris, you have to pick just one composer, and you can't listen to anybody else ever again, I'd probably go with. Vivaldi for sure. That's probably who I'd go with. I'd say the only composer that I'm consistently not a fan of is Johannes Brahms. I'm not a big Brahms fan, to be honest with you. I don't know what the hype is about him, to be honest with you. Not a big fan. All right. Yeah, long time ago. So I got to remember that too. Hey, Brian R. Smith, great to see you, man. A long time ago. So I got to remember this as well, that time does help things get better. So I've got to remember that. Just due to the fact that I used to, one of the most enjoyable moments I used to have. Don't want to bring this up though, so I'll leave it alone. I will not bring it up. Let's just say that I used to have a really good time listening to music with somebody else during this. Special times. Yeah, like I told you, I've I wear my heart on my sleeve. I got a tender heart. And Zoe Dufour yesterday was saying, she's like, Dad, man, you are just too hard on yourself. You gotta chill. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Not in the slightest. Okay, so I just freed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elite infantry divisions Not that I wanted to do it, but it's like I had to. Okay, so that's that. Excellent. Yeah, we're just about to go to the Baroque now. Sweet. And that's called the musical offering, which is based on um, what's his diddle there? The Biggie. Come on, he had like 20 children for Christ's sakes, and a lot of them ended up as composers. Why can't I remember this? Like one of the most common. Yeah, and remember he walked all the way to go and see walked in Germany there to go and see somebody. Why can't I remember his name? I'm sure they'll be putting him on any second, anyways. But the title is from his thing where he sent it off to the Duke of Brandenburg or whatever. I've got. Well, shouldn't I have them up on there? You should see the cross stitch work a friend of mine did for me when she knew that I was into classical music, hardcore. She can cross stitch. I can. Well, she taught me how to cross stitch. You know what's so cool is about cross stitching, or at least for me, anyways, is she was taught cross stitching by her dad. All right. She teaches me how to cross stitch. And then I ended up teaching Zoe Dufour, my daughter, how to cross stitch. I was like, I just was like so cool. Yeah, Zoe Dufour can freaking cross stitch good. I'm whatever, but I do my own thing. I enjoy it. I mostly do bookmarks. Oh god. I ended up picking up. I think I mentioned this before too. I picked up a book called Cross Stitch or Pattern from. Oh, hold on! I'll go get the book for God's sakes. When I saw the book, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Got to pick this up." Sharded peasant designs from Saxon Transylvania. When I heard that or read that, I went, what? You're coming home, man. And it's pretty darn good. It's just difficult. Some of the scans or whatever, so I've had to, is that a square or what the hell are you looking at kind of thing, but some really, really, really good patterns. Really good stuff. Well, that's where I got the Nagoya dragon that I use as my thing. That's one of the designs I cross stitched with the dragon, and it's hanging up on my wall over there. That I'm proud of for sure. Took a long time, man. But I'm more of like a monocolor dude. I don't do a lot of multicolor stuff. I haven't been there since since before the pandemic. So yeah, I would have been last time I would have went to the knitting and stitching show, which is in London, England. Every October they have it at the Ali Pali. I'm sure if WNN's still around, he'll know where that is. And I used to go every year. Freaking huge. It's just, it's put it this way, it'd be like Gen Con for knitting and stitching. It's ironic. The person that taught me how to cross stitch. I remember that we're hanging out at her flat, and She's like, "Oh, Chris, do you want to go with me to the knitting and stitching show?" And I do. Cool. Oh, I love Gregorian choral chant. Wicked. Um, do you? So I don't know. Do you? You ever listen to? Darn it, what's his name? Orlando Di Lasso. Is that his name or whatever? Holy, what? It freaks me out, man. How somebody? I'm like, I'm listening to amazing music, and it's just human voices. Like, there's no instruments except the human voice. Unbelievable. But I remember when she said, "Hey, do you want to go to this knitting and stitching show?" I had no idea it was that big. So when she said it, I thought my first assumption was we're going to be going to some like church basement or something, and I was going to be looking at fold out chairs and tables, and a bunch of old ladies or something are going to be like knitting socks or something. Not even close. Like, put it this way, it's so big that they have buses that are free. You just go to a certain bus stations and hop on the bus, and they bring you to the alley pally, and off you go. And it was like, and it was the irony is the very, very first time I went, here I am, on the bus, and there's two people sitting in front of us from Toronto. I could hear them talking about and I was like, what the are the odds? This is freaky weird. Yeah, monster show. I really miss going there. Haven't been there, like I said, since the pandemic. I don't know when I'm going to go back, but I certainly would like to go and go with who was Zoe Dufour there for sure, and have her mind blown. The weird thing is I'm not a like I far prefer to hang out in like out in the woods or whatever, that type of thing. But for some reason, I don't know what it is. Damn, did I love living in London, England? Holy Jesus, what a great, especially where I was living was up in northern North London there in Tottenham. Well, maybe you would know it, WNN. I'm not sure, but just off of West Green Road. So right near Seven Sisters station. Flipping awesome. Flipping awesome. Oh God, that city is just freaking amazing. My metal roofs make me lean forward. Wagner. My metal roofs. Ah, I get you. Now I'm fluent in. The hell is talking about? Yeah, London. And there, along West Green Road, a fairly big Turkish and Greek population there. So, oh my God, do I love Turkish food? Holy! They even had a Turkish takeaway down the street. It's like open 24/7. I was like, this is nuts. The only thing that sucked was they stopped grilling onions, man. I was like, that was like the best part of the freaking meal. Grilled onion, man, is just like so sweet and so wonderful. I don't know why they stopped doing that. But of course, it still kept going to that place. That place would get hopping crazy on Fridays. Just nuts. Have you ever seen the Janet Cardiff 40-part exhibit at the National Gallery? The choral exhibit is tons. No, I did not. I've not. I'll have to go, and I haven't been there. Haven't gone to that place in a long time. Remember though, Brian R. Smith in Montreal. I went to this is years and years ago. Man, was that ever good? I don't know if it's you guys. I don't know which. If it's called a. I don't really know what it is, but it's what a big telescope and whatnot. And I sat down in the show. It was really good. Where the person was like trying to show how far away you need to get away from city lights, to start seeing the full on of what's up there. It was really neat. So we're all looking up on the roof thing where they're projecting everything, and they're like, okay, this is how many stars you see where you're in the city. This is how many stars you're now going to start seeing 10 miles away. Basically, you had to get to almost like 200 miles away. It was just nuts. Oh, you want to? Well, I'm sure WNN probably knows as well. Hang out for a while near Minehead. The hell's the place called? Right here. Blue Anchor. I got to spend a week in Blue Anchor, and right around that area is I think the national astronomical thing or whatever for England. You want to talk dark? Holy jeepers jumping man! I can remember turning off the lights in the cottage. It was like being in a mine. I couldn't see. Like I'm talking pitch black beyond belief. It was pretty wild. Oh man, that place was nice. I really enjoyed spending a week there in that cottage. It was connected to a pub called the Smugglers. What do you call that? No, it was gone. That was neat. That I had such great old time, and the food was fantastic. Oh my god, Smuggler! I think that's the Smuggler thing. What was the Smuggler thing? Geez, yeah, it was like not too far of a walk from mine. I went in December, so I was really neat. Oh my god, I actually got to go and see totally by accident. The person I was the tropic cross fishing actually we spent a week at in Blue Anchor, and we're getting there, and the person says in the cab, oh, so you guys are here for dumpster by candlelight? I was like, huh? What are you talking about? And it just so happened that we were there just at the right time where another place, dumpster, right around that area. You have a castle, and every year they do a thing called dumpster by candlelight, but I guess they don't do the candlelight so much anymore because of fire and whatnot. Go around and you want to talk packed, solid, holy, really move down those streets. But it was like, and they had food, out there, like food stuff. Oh my god, really good stuff. Yes, really, really good. Trial support, man. I'm telling you, if you ever lose your freaking marbles going to Forbidden Planet in London, holy shoots and ladders. You want to talk a lot of collectible sci-fi stuff in their books. You want to talk Doctor Who books. It's like, here's a Doctor Who section, and then here's a section for this. Oh my god. That was a really nice place. Oh, my credit card is happy. For sure. Yeah, that's really neat. Or what? Yeah, Delastus or something like that. Delasto, Delasto or something. Just amazing. What's it called? Polyphony or polyphony or whatever. I'm gonna check the time they're open. Oh, they're open at 4. The Lorenzo's place. Figure out that. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nice pizza. Oddly enough, I don't know if you guys are into whatever. It's weird that Domino's pizza, at least here in Canada. I don't know if I ever had the chicken wings when I was in London with Domino's there. I'm not sure. I don't think so. But the chicken wings for Domino's, for some bizarre reason, they're perfect every time. Big, meaty sons of bitches. Really, really good stuff. Actually, though, the irony is that I found really bizarre. I was like, what the hell? Is normally I would get I used to get a 3 item thing from Domino's. Now I usually just a 2 item one. I used to get the pepperoni, onion, and green olives here. And then when I was over at London, in London, I go to order Domino's there. They didn't have green olives. So I ended up wanting something like that. So I ended up going for the roasted red peppers. And after that, I actually don't do the green olives anymore. I just usually just do the onion and roasted red peppers. Wicked, wicked. I was actually going to order from Domino's yesterday. They supposedly they had this little thing where if you could order from a certain, you get an emergency pizza, free medium 2 item pizza. So I had, and I was going to use it up before it expires on the 14th. And I flip in Domino's. It's like, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, this is wrong here, man. So they're like, no, you need to do a minimum $15 order. I'm like, what's the point then in having the freaking free pizza yet? So I was like, okay, screw you. I'll give my customers to somewhere else. Love that. All right. So who else can I free up? I'm sure I'm not screwing myself over here. Well, what did I do with the eighth? You know what? I'm gonna have to strip some guys down on the eighth as well. I traveled to London once to a great trip. Go to the store and Meandering or have a good one. See you later, Ashley, man, and I hope you God that I get to pop on your show later. Travel to London. Yeah, man. Reinhard Smith, isn't that fun? I love that flight. It is, I did it a ton of times, but I love that flight. Going over Ireland and all that stuff. I used to do the red eye flight, and in the end, which worked. I got suckered in after I was like, that's it. I'm never flying economy ever again. I'm only doing business class. And I don't know if Air Canada still does it, but way back when, this what I was doing. They had like a lottery or whatever, an auction. You could bid on business class seats and like upgrade. And that's how I did it. I was like, let's get to that. Ridiculous amount of money for like right off the bat to get a business class seat. But when I flew for the first time on business class to London, I was like, I'm never going back here. I'm not going back to economy. The reason being is, I get into London, let's say around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and just a total zombie for how long? I was in sleep versus the business class. I felt rested. And, oh darn! I missed doing that too. Was the taking the Heathrow Express from the airport to Paddington, and oh, I missed that. And then scooch across the street. Uh, you can do this in the morning. It's like so cool. I miss that beer as well. Oh my god, WNN. I don't know if you drink beer, but I so miss the Green King IPA. That is one of the best beers I've ever had in my life. And I don't know if you guys know, but European or English IPA is nothing like North American IPAs. I do not like North American IPAs. Way, way, way too hoppy. It's basically all I taste. It's like this is disgusting. There's just no balance. But the Green King IPA, low carbonation, low alcohol, uh, and they serve it warm. That's exactly the way I like my beer. It's not like cold beer. So I was in heaven. I'd go there and have a fish and chips, like at 9 in the morning or whatever. And it was like, yeah, I'm sitting here with a freaking pint of beer at 9 in the morning, having a fish and chips with my mushy peas. And I was like, oh, this is great, great stuff. And then off I would go, and then grab the tube, the Victoria line, off the Seven Sisters. Jesus H. Christ. Those were the days. I probably still have, I probably guarantee it, but I still have money on my Oyster card. All right, so we took you away. Let's go back to the Eighth Army here. I'll just have, like I said, I'll hedge my bets. I got a lot, like I've mentioned before, is that I know here, this is where the First Army is over here, is that I know the Germans are going to really try to push hard. So I'm going to have to order up a little. The nice thing is now that we're into trench warfare, if you want to call it that, it's difficult to pry people out. I think I was mentioning before that, well, for the Eastern Europe conflict zone, I need at least 2 artillery points to attack a somebody that's in a solid defense or whatever it's called. And that's essentially if you're in good enough terrain and you have 5 strength points or more, I need at least, otherwise I start suffering massive penalties to try to get you out like on the die roll. So, and trenches are considered obviously a good spot. So, but now it gets even to things like if I can get somebody into a rough area, that is, because it's trying to model the fact that they're starting to clue in about how to make areas better defensible. Yeah, they're making better defenses, and it gets worse as so when we get into like 1916, I think I need something like 3 artillery points or 4. But it's even worse right now in the Western Europe conflict zone. But I don't have to worry about that right now. Because, like I said, I'll be abstracting that out anyway. So we'll see how that goes. I was mentioning way back when I was thinking about which is easy because it's all in ASCII text. It's a program called ESMS. I can't remember what it stands for, but it's what did you say? Oh, I thought it was something weird was happening. It's a soccer simulator, play by email soccer simulator. I used to run a soccer online soccer league. That's why actually, if you look at my Yahoo email address, it's Smile Soccer. Due to the fact I wanted something friendly sounding, so I used that acronym, and it's Soccer Management Internet League Experience. That was amazing. It got really crazy. I was actually, well, the reason why I stopped doing it, I had other things, some monster stuff going on at a personal level, and I just didn't have time to devote to it. But at one point, I had, well, it was all around the world. People were playing all around the world. It was fantastic. I think it was 48 clubs. Each person had also a reserve team, like the B League, and we had cups and promotion relegation, free agency, and player auctions, and contracts, and oh man, there was so much stuff to do. But that program, I'm pretty darn sure I can tweak it to make run battles, if you want to call it that, and simulate some stuff. I think I can do that. I gotta relearn. I looked at it. I still have it. I went and took a look, and it's still up there. Those are back in the days of like Windows 95 and all that stuff. So I mean, it's been a while since I played that game. Yeah, I went into Windows 3.1. No, I don't think so. All right, some people off of the Bach, for God's sakes. J.S. Bach. Jesus H. How could I not remember him? Yeah, so he's the guy that used the term a musical offering that I think he sent that some of the Brandenburg concertos, for God's sakes. I don't even think the Brandenburg guy even used them or whatever. It's like, oh my gosh. And it was so weird to find out as well too that it's only relatively recently that JS Bach is kind of popular. Like back in the day, I think of Beethoven and whatnot. It was his one of his sons that was actually far more popular. I can't remember which one. Probably Johann Christian Bach, GC Bach. I'm pretty sure. It's so neat to find about all this stuff like way back when. Alrighty, that's what I'll do. Boy, that poor computer, man. It is not having fun. Where are you? You're not in there. Back to you. Okay. Okay. Am I loading anybody up here? Yeah. Number 23. Got the 40th and 41st. So I'll get rid of the 40th. Okay, still there. 40th will go to nothing, but I'll get him out. I don't want him. Then I'll have to just wait. Oh my God, you have no idea. I can't wait to finally like start playing this and seeing things starting to happen. I'll be like, ooh, okay. Get rid of him. Where's the racer? Yep, like I said, I'm glad that I've got a lot of time still to Tuesday and hopefully still have more time to calm myself down. So that way, when I go into the meeting with my manager and my director, I'm not emotional and I'm lucid and, state my case. I don't want it escalated. I'm not getting into that. I don't want to do whatever. I want to tone it down. That's why I was saying to her, I was like, God, all you had to have done was answer one of my bloody messages, man. And we could have, at least it wouldn't have gone. Like our manager wouldn't have caught wind of what was going on. That's all you had to do. But like I said, she only started communicating with me once he did catch wind. And next thing you know, she was all yabbering away. But I'm so disappointed that you used the term major blow up. We didn't have a major blow up. You overreacted to what I said. You didn't listen to, I was just being friendly and so on and so forth. And I thought you were over that thing. And it was like, okay. And if we didn't have a major blow up, then why didn't you respond to me for 5 or 4 days? When I get back from work, like what the hell? And we're talking work-related stuff. I'm asking you, like Jesus, don't tell me then we didn't have a major blow-up. We obviously did. But I understand. She's trying to shape the narrative to, suit her purposes, so that way she doesn't look like whatever. Just sucks, man. I wish I could go back in time, but I can't. All right. And on the 44th as well. Okay. Ooh. All right. I think that's about all I can do, though. Still, I know though. I'll still make some extra movements in the sense that still got a lot of cavalry. I think I was mentioning before. I want to figure out a place, start inserting replacing some of the infantry units with cavalry in spots where it may look like I'm okay. That way, I hope. Where's my pencil? right. Can I start loading you up, Mr. First Army? I'm not sure. Let's see what we got. Oh, and you know the thing is that I so wished they're not going to do it, but I so wish that Russia and Germany could do a compromised peace right off here, or do some kind of non-aggression-y type thing, like to say, okay, well, you know, you give us back Poland and whatnot, and we'll leave East Prussia, but it ain't gonna happen. Why would the Russians want to do that? They're kind of like in the driver's seat right now, especially with the fact they've only got one front, like I've mentioned. The Caucasus. Remember, the Turks and the Russians have signed a non-aggression pact. So you know, the Russians are laughing their arses off that way for sure. But I think I also mentioned that Russia proposed, I think it was Russia, I have to roll to see if, or I'm not sure if it was them, but one of them asked the other one, asked the Turks and the Russians, they got asked Romania, who's neutral at this point, hey, do you want to sign the Black Sea Pact, they're going to call it, and the three of them will go and carve up Bulgaria. The Russia and the Turks are thumbs up about it, but Romania right now is like, we'll wait and see what's going on. We'll find. We're going to hedge our bets for now. Thanks, but it's like, oh. So that's been interesting. I actually just found out a little while ago from on the knife edge thing that one of the things that they were offering the Russians was the Central Powers were, if they were going to like sign a peace or whatever, was allow them access through the straits. I was like, what? That is nuts. Because right now in my world, it's like, well, they're not. The Turks wouldn't do that, but what they're going to let them do if it would have went down that road with the Black Sea Pact, it still could happen. Is they were going to let them take. Hold on, I can go and look. Is it here? Yeah, they were going to let them take Varna and let them use the rail all the way down to the Aegean, and just say to Russia, okay, it may not be as enjoyable as like just using ships straight through the strait, but at least you can use your ships up to the Aegean. You know, put the goods off, rail them up, and then off to Varna again you go, kind of thing, that kind of thing. But it's not there yet. Okay. Let's see what I've got left. How many people do I have left? Probably not a lot. Okay, I'm going to write this down. I'm going to make sure I got it right down proper. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Got 30 infantry divisions I can still put down. And like I said, but I still got, but remember, I'm going to do a lot of cavalry dudes here. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. I have 53 spots, and I've got 30 infantry divisions So that ain't gonna happen. All right. But like I said, I've got to. I know where they're going to try to punch me in the nose. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen. I'm worried about not putting enough in there, man. But I think I'm going to put all my my remaining elite divisions there, and we'll go from there. We'll see if that works. Okay. So, yeah, you can see my back a little bit, I think. Whoa, that is amazing. Oh my God. I don't know if you got to go, Brian R. Smith, or how long you were there, but their museum is, well, their library as well. Holy, it's incredible. Yeah, I went to at the British Library. I went to they had a special exhibit on Gothic stuff. Wow, it was around October, Halloween time. That was really good. And how about this? I'm not kidding you. This is freaky weird or what? Oh my God. And do you know what I also got to see at? I don't know if you guys were into that or know about it. Do you know Jeff Wayne, who did the musical with Richard Burton of War of the Worlds? I've got still upstairs an LP. That blew my brains out when I first listened to that and looked at the book and everything, or the little pictures thing that came with it. Freaking amazing, amazing, amazing. I listen to this. So as a gift, the person I was with ended up getting 2 tickets to Jeff Wayne's musical. He was still doing the bloody thing. So I got to watch it in a small little thing in London, and of course, Richard Burton's long gone by then. But they had, darn it, I can't remember his name. His wife died in Quebec, actually, I think, skiing. She wasn't wearing her helmet. I don't, Liam Neeson or something, I think his name is. He was in Star Wars. I remember the episode 1 or whatever. So he was the new narrator for the thing, but and sadly he was sick, so that he wasn't actually there. This is cool or what? So the young army officer in the story, in the original audio thing, ends up, well, he's obviously aged. He was now the preacher on the stage show. I was like, this is so cool. I was really, really good. They even had a freaking tripod come up on the stage, and they even had the ooh sound and everything. It was, oh my God, I was in heaven. Basically was an extended weekend, so outside of waiting stuff, only had time to walk around Westminster and a trip to Abbey Road. Cool, man. Yeah, anyways, how about this? The other kicker is the British Museum. So at that time, I was a monster. Hey, Telemachus. I was a monster Assyrian fan, or whatever you want to call it. That's where my gaming was, miniatures wise. I was into ancient Assyria monstrously. Specifically, the realm of Ashurbanipal, primarily. I've been to the British Museum twice, both times just to see their Assyrian stuff. They have so much material, it's not funny. And the second time I went, there was a special exhibit on Ashurbanipal. I'm like, say what? Like, are you kidding me? So I was in heaven, man. I was like, what? Oh my God, just fantastic. A signed copy of that LP was given to my parents to celebrate my birth. Wow, WMN, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it was really, really cool to see Jeff Wayne, man, like on stage and all that stuff. I was beside myself. I couldn't believe that. I got this. I was like, that's just so cool. Yeah, great city, man. Great city. Oh, talk about enormous or what? Oh, parks are fantastic. Just fantastic parks. Oh, the one where it was near my place. Oh, Shoots and Ladders. What was it called? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I really like that park. Spent a lot of time there, man. A lot of time there. All right. Yeah, you know what's so whacked though? I was mentioning about the insomnia thing. So I drink lots of coffee, have lots of coffee. Mind you, my like Zoe Dufour, she calls it the crap coffee because it's diluted. It's nowhere near strong coffee, so I can drink it all day long, like liters of it. I vaguely remember Burton visiting. I was 6 when he died. Whoa. Um, um, I didn't drink any coffee whatsoever on Thursday. It was nuts. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I was up. So when you guys saw me on the live stream there on Saturday, I'd been awake since Thursday morning and was still wide awake. It was just whacked. But like I said, my cognitive functions, I could start feeling something was going whacked. But it was so nice to actually finally sleep last night, and I got out, had a coffee, a crap coffee, and then went back. I went and had had a nap for a couple of hours. And the dreams I had was just crazy, crazy dreams, crazy. Oh yeah, keep coming back to here, but I keep remembering things to say. I'm just trying to figure out where who's what here. Okay, so 2003. Yep, I'll have to put you. So the biggies is 2003. 1905, 1906, 2005, 2105, 2205, and 2206. Those are the like in the front kind of thing. I got to make sure that I put some beef in there. Okay, so the first guards. Should be using my other glasses. These ones are too loose. It's happened before where I've been leaning over here and plop, the glasses fall down and like knock stuff down. I'm like, oh shit. It's mostly when I've got the Alberto markers on there, of course. Not now. I don't have any on. Okay. The second guards will go there. Yeah, I think I'll probably have to close up soon because I'll end up wandering over to the pizza place and get a lovely vegetarian pizza. Ooh, it's going to be nice. Sit down, have my book with me, have my little notebook with me to make sure, because I'm sure I'll be writing stuff down. I don't know what I'm going to read after this one. Oh, I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I'm still in my little German face right now, trying to get a different perspective. But I was mentioning the Corvinus Wargaming there that I just ordered the White War. So I'd like to start getting into that. I also have the Caporetto book, which is pretty darn good. It's a really good read. I haven't nowhere read it all, that's for bloody sure. But I remember reading it a while back there when I was thinking about doing doing one of the battles in the Italian front for De Velkrieg. Still many. Okay. You'll be the Caucasian Grenadiers. Yep, and I'll have well, probably only eat half the pizza when I'm there, so I get to bring 2 slices home. That'll be awesome. Yeah, there's no way I could eat 3 or whatever. My tummy is too small for those type of things. Yeah, I'm Mr. Portion Control. Something fierce, I couldn't believe. For example, when I go to make, oh gosh, I've told you these, I've told you, some of you guys know. I am a grilled cheese and dill pickle sandwich addict. Absolutely adore grilled cheese and dill pickle. Come to San Diego, and we'll get you up to 140. Yeah, eating your bloody shrimp. I really like that idea though, Charles Latour, man. What you're doing. I sincerely though, Charles, man. Sincerely, one of the things I certainly want to do is make sure I zip over there and do go see you and then go see Meandering Mike. That's on my list for sure. You have no idea how much I want to sit on your chair in the game den. Oh, oh boy, that'd be cool. And I've said before too. Look at Meandering Mike's stuff that he has. It's insane. I told him if he ever gets in financial dire straits, just set up tours. Like charge admission for people to tour your bloody man, the Meandering Man Cave. Like come on, man. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Yeah, like I said, there's a good chance I'll be chatting with him later for my time. Don't forget Hissy Cat. He's right next door in Lemon Grove, not even 15, 20 minutes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, because you were mentioning once about, I think Kissy Cat or you, or no, I think it was you saying, hey, I'm going to be all going off to the hobby store. Do you want to go and hang out with me later? Hold on, I got to blow my nose again. Yep. The eighth Siberian. Yeah, and then I've got the soldiers game upstairs too. And it was really neat to find out about Eric there, guy commenting there about my game, that the block game there. I've just been farting around with. Um, he seems really interested in it. We'll go back to that. I was happy that I asked him, and he's like, "Yeah, sure." Hold on here. I'm going back to see if I missed something. Yeah, I mean, like if I got a chance to see his whole stash, I'd probably be in the crying for hours and hours, maybe a few days. I know it's. I often, yeah, I've pictured myself kind of just sitting like cross-legged somewhere in one of his many aisles and many whatevers, and just going, okay, just oh my gosh. Uh, okay, the fourth. Yeah, I certainly want to do that, man. I know that I don't know if it'll ever happen, but Crispy Galactic, he hasn't been on in ages, He's super duper busy with at work. I mean, at home. He lives on a huge chunk of land in Saskatchewan, and he was mentioning, hey man, if you ever wanted to go down there, like, because I've also yet again another thing I want to make sure I do is go to the World War One, the National World War One Museum and Memorial in Kansas City for sure. It's so funny. They keep. I just got it on Friday. Their my new membership card from them. Like I can't use it, but it's neat to have. Oh, what sucks is they have a 20% off uh, member sale or whatever for their stuff, but yet it's not online. I actually have to be there. I was like, well, that ain't happening. I was getting all excited. I was like, okay, I could buy some stuff, some more stuff. Like I need a hole in the head, but what can you do when it's the Great War? No choice. All right. So that's not bad. Still got some guys here. Now I'm gonna have to start loading her up. But like I said, I know for a fact I've got to keep some people here. Okay. I still got some. Oh my gosh! And that's the new thing is that I popped. I'm going to be using my new CRT. I think unless it falls apart on me, I don't think it will. But it's a lot. It can get bloody if you start pumping in enough strength points into an attack. Um, so I could. Some things may start to happen. I've got to be cognizant of that. So I want to see how many Uncle Cheney brigades I have left. I can't use them for attacking purposes, and they're only one strength point. But I can plug up a little bit. Oh yeah, I've got a ton I haven't used yet. All right. So let's see which ones I could use. Or do I want to put those in there? Maybe with the 10th Army, which is these guys here, the purple dudes. Yeah, I think maybe that's no, because they may do an attack that way as well. But I can't. Like I said, I'm running out of infantry divisions, even though it may not look like it. Like I said, when I've got 30 or whatever, but when I've got 53 holes. Oh, goody too. I'm getting nice and hungry. Perfect. Yeah, that'll be a nice little walk. I think I don't think it's supposed to rain yet. I'll take a look before I go. And spelled Litowsk wrong. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I think I'll do the 5th Army now. I just said I'm gonna do the first. Well, I did some of them. But I want to start finding out where I'm going to start popping some cavalry in. Right. 3307. And I'm just writing down the hexes, the hex positions. 3405. 3406. 3505. Anyways, this is probably one of the most enjoyable things for me. And it's so immersive. It's just really neat to be doing it with you guys. Is this table? Just it's like my home. That's how I feel. It's been a long time that I've really spent a long time on this. 605, and it's like I've said before. It's nothing I can't. It's not a just jump into it. It's you gotta look at it. You know, there's so much going on here. But do I feel like a real general kind of thing? Yeah. It's also neat too, eh? It's to find out that you know certain people in real life are good generals or good whatevers at only certain levels. Some maybe are all of them. But for example, like some are not good at the operational level, but are really good at the tactical bits and whatnot. That's what I've been reading also about Ludendorff right now. They're saying Ludendorff's an awesome organizer, awesome getting people ready. Supposedly his infantry tactics that he had started to adopt um, uh, were really, really good. So good, in fact, that the British used his bloody or parts of his manual for some of their later stuff. I was like, whoa! I think for Passchendaele, actually, Third Battle of Ypres, I think. Didn't go over too well, did it? But I mean, look at the goddamn freaking terrain. Oh, well, the same thing's happening right now. Yeah, along the Somme area. I that Haig wants to keep pushing, and I think it's what's his name, second in command dude, General Rawling or something like that. He's like, we can't do this. Like the place is a mess, man. It's you know, like it's just a chewed up, screwed up spot. We can't do this. And also finding out that uh, yet again, trying to clue in that Ludendorff just didn't have the resources to mount a massive offensive, breakthrough offensive back when he did, like in you know in spring and summer of 1918. Just didn't have it. That's why they were saying even the Allies on the other side knew that they wouldn't be able to do something like that until 1919. You know. Yeah, okay. I'll see if I can start popping in some cavalry and whatnot. So I can go from there. Oh yeah, I've got 3 brigades too. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm good and hungry. Yeah, but like I said, with the portion control, usually I do things such as like when I go to make my grilled cheese and dill pickle sandwich, I only use one slice of bread, chop it in half. So there's my sandwich. It's half of this, you know, so it's not a full on. Um, that's how I eat. So even when I make my peanut butter toast, or whatever. It's half a slice, and that's how that's how I eat. So you can see why I like this. I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'd like to know why. Maybe you guys would know why. But there's this bakery near my place that I've been getting some sourdough bread from. Oh God, is it ever good? And it does not brown uh, the way mass-produced bread browns when I put it in the toaster. So I don't know if it's because mass-produced bread is like more sugar or something, or like I don't know if that's what's browning. It'd be interesting to know. And it's toasted, obviously, but it's not brown. It's still white. It's really weird. At least for me, it's weird. Yeah, okay. I'll put in some guys. We'll just go from there. Yes, it's 1 o'clock. They just opened. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes, but I think I'm going to, like I said, I'll, well, hold on. I'm going to check the weather. Well, it's not really matter. I mean, I'll just go, but I just want to make sure you're not wearing. Do I need a rain jacket or? Okay, it's not supposed to rain until about 5 or so. So I should be fine. That'll be nice. It's about 7 or 8 degrees out there right now. Oh my God, he's just talking about it. Well, you guys can't hear. Dietrich Buxtehude or something. Walking for 200 miles or something crazy to go see that organ player play. Uh, it was neat too. He did it every. I haven't listened to that in ages. I don't listen to BBC radio anymore due to the fact that I think I've mentioned before. Buy one for me. What? Buy what? Pizza? Um, is I just got sidetracked again. Yeah, the reason why I don't listen to BBC anymore is because I think I've mentioned this to a few of you guys. I purposely make sure that I don't know anything about what's going on in the world, current events wise. So I don't listen to any news. So anything that could possibly give me news, which is used to be the BBC, obviously, is um, pizza. Cool, Flemicus. Yeah, I bloody love pizza, man. Um, so yeah, I don't listen to the BBC radio anymore. There's a few other classical stations I don't listen to, like Classic FM or whatever. Hey, DJ Sideways, man, super nice to see you. I hope you're doing awesome. Yeah, I'm just kind of on for a little bit. Just about to, like I was mentioning to Telemachus, just about to shut down actually. And then I'm going to walk over to a pizzeria place and sit down and have a nice little veggie pizza, and then come back home. But yeah, I've just been having a really rough week, DJ Sideways, and it was nice to be able to get on here and just hang out with good people. To be honest with you, get some good vibes and not have my mind focused on other stuff. It's been a rough week, and it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna get any easier next week. We'll see how it goes. But I just have to I have no other choice. I got to go through this, and that'll be that. I'm just gonna read what you're saying over. You can see your little logo. Yeah, man. The DJ Sideways, like I've said before, it's still not well. Like, pardon the pun, knocked me sideways when you first popped on the my live streams here because it's like it was like two worlds merged. I've got my main YouTube stuff, and then I have this whole other thing which is just focused on techno and whatnot. So it was like, whoa, what the hell? And as you probably know, I've been following you before you even had 1,000 subscribers, so way back when. So I'm not far way back when, if you know what I mean. Like you popped up pretty darn quick. don't know about you if you've noticed how much Eliza has evolved. I don't know about you, but it's like her music lately is just like whoa, like wowzers. There's one person that knocks me on my butt with her candidness. Just incredible. Uh, like she puts it out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's really just putting up putting out material and going, look, I'm trying this out or doing this or whatever. And it's like, wow, really, really cool. Oh, cool, man. Okay, so you're not just doing it to make me feel good. Uh, yeah, so DJ Sandwich, you may not know this. This game sitting here will be 3 years from March that I've had it on the table. Ah, oh my God. I really know how to value for money, if you want to call it that, for this game. Oh my gosh, just nuts. But it's so it gives me so much of the sandbox ability where I can play around. It's really, really nice. For sure. Massive techno head, man. It just and classical music. Those are the I go back and forth. But at work, that's funny. I used to sit in my I hate sitting. Sit stand, I slap on my headphones, and I'm either listening to your stuff or Drift Deeper is another one I really like. Really like Martin Streusser, but he's not he's doing a more of a ambient type stuff, whatever. But, yeah, his early stuff. And lost my marbles when I found out that Orker Lynn has got their own website now. I'm now a member of Orker Lynn. They've got a monster amount of material there. It's so neat to be able to go through um, the library and look at all the different music styles that we've heard about before. And it's like, okay, I don't think this is rock. No, don't like that one. Or whatever, but it's like, I'm finding some interesting things. And they're so, they're so peer friendly and all that stuff. It's very inclusive, very open. I love those types of communities. For flipping sure. Even said to Meandering Mike once, I was like, I would like to know what percentage of my subscribers are non-game related. They're actually music related, or whatever. There's a whole other universe that I go to. Yeah, that's what I do at work. I just slap that on and just like, just, just through. It is so much fun. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Oh my gosh, you will melt off when I say Dub Element as well. Probably the first one I got into that was on YouTube was Dub Element. Um, really good stuff. He's not a hit out of his channel or their channel. I've got 4 elite cavalry divisions. Maybe I'll pop them in. Yeah, okay. I got to stop doing this. Like I've said before, is that sure, look at me there. Oh, I'm still haven't whatever. Um, yeah, I've got to remind myself I can't do everything again. I'm trying to do that again. No, 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 no. No, you can't. So I'm like, no, I don't want to just put a Cossack cavalry, elite cavalry division in that one spot. I'm like, you got to do it, Chris. You got to do it. You know, not everywhere, but somewhere for sure. Oh, I can't wait to use reconnaissance as well. That's gonna be so flipping cool. I get to use the aerial asset points and be able to start tracing out any hex line and being able to reveal what the enemy's forces are, so I can start making informed, uh, educated attacks kind of thing. That'll be neat. Okay, so you're Fifth Army. Yeah. Okay, and that's 3405. First Cossack. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get going soon because gotta get back for Meandering Lake. If on the off chance, I don't know. I haven't checked to see if sometimes him or I will leave a message saying I can't meet you today. We only usually chat for an hour, and that came out organically as well. I don't even know how the hell that started. To be honest with you. I did find a couple of Turkish places though recently in Ottawa. Oh my God, I'm so happy because I've been moaning and whining and whinging the fact that I haven't had Turkish in so long. Give that a shot. Oh my God, there is this Turkish. Well, it's probably still there. And there's the other thing too is it's strange that I always found it blew me away is how popular Nando's is in London, England. Holy Moses! Um, like try to get. I mean, but with young people, like that type of things. Like trying to get a spot on a Friday night at a Nando's, nuts. But here in Canada, or at least in Ottawa, it's not very popular. It's like we actually had a Nando's right near me. Zoe and I used to go there a lot, and I'd pick her up after school. She's turned out to be an amazing human being. Well, she always was, but it's like yeah, her birthday's actually coming up on the 28th. But that was neat to like I think a few of you guys know that I was a single parent, so I raised Zoe by myself. Oh, the memories, man, of picking her up. Oh, I was so fortunate too. We were just talking about that a little while ago. The way it worked out was because where I was working originally, and I was dropping her off at the daycare. It was so easy for me to walk with her to her daycare and then bike off to work. Um, and then when our when we had to change locations, my work got transferred over to downtown. I was no longer going to be able to do that. But it happened on the year and just a month after Zoe had turned 12, where I'm allowed to legally leave her alone in the house and she could walk herself to school. I was like, thank God. So otherwise, I was like, what the hell am I going to do, man? I'm screwed. Just things like I remember, like it was funny because I used to when I used to pick her up from daycare, and then we, walk home with her. You know, I got my bike in one hand, and then I put her on my shoulders, and we'd go there. But after a while, I mean, obviously, she's getting bigger and bigger. I was like, Zoe, man, I can't keep putting you on my shoulders anymore, man. It's you're just too bloody, you're getting too heavy. Which is yet again on a side note, our irony is that we used to have a dog named Marley, and Marley and Zoe used to sleep in the same bed uh, all the time. Oh, this is hilarious. I remember it's always like at one point a few years later, she's like, Dad, Marley keeps taking up too much space in the bed. Like, what's wrong with her? I'm like, Zoe, she hasn't grown. It's you that's growing. You're the one taking up more space in the bed, man. Oh, brother. That was hilarious. She's taking up too much space. That was a good one. Yeah, okay. What time are we got here? I'll just do the fourth cavalry, Cossack cavalry division. That'll be it, and then I'll call it a day. Make sure I get back. It'll take me about maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes to walk there. And then, I've got to obviously wait for the guy to cook it. And then I got to eat it. What I'll do, I know what I'll do. I'll bring my digital camera. I was going to do this anyways because, so getting back to work and about that project that my boss and I have been working on for ages is it still working? I don't know. There's something funky going on here. The browser's lost connection to your mic. Make sure you have the right mic selected. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? If you can, you can. I hope. Well, someone will say something. I hope. Is So one of the lead of of that project, if you want to call it that, like I said, it's when I finally cracked it. Finally cracked it. You have no idea how happy I was. It was a long, long time. Oh, you can hear. Thanks, Polemicus. I was so excited. Essentially, we were tasked to make what I work on, the sailing directions publications. We were mandated to make them fully accessible, and it's been hard. Our books, our material are not made to become accessible, not in a million years, but they had to be done. And we have a thing called the pack. I can't remember what exactly, but it's um, something accessibility checker, and it runs. It takes a look at your documents and will give you a yay or nay, and it'll tell you what's wrong. And over and over. And I'm talking things like I would go all the way through, and it would be like, nope, you've got 500. No, originally it'd be like you've got 1,500 errors, like 1,500 things that you've got to fix. So I was like, what? And so it was like that, and it was like that. It was a long, 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 hard slog. And I still remember that morning, that Monday morning. I started her up, and like I said, I've been so used to running the pack and it saying no. And that one day, that one morning, I hit the button. I even looked away from the monitor because I'm so used to it saying no, no. And I looked over, and it went, "You're good to go. No errors." I went, "What? I did it!" It was amazing. I remember biking all the way home, and I just kept saying to myself, "You did it! You did it! You did it!" And the next day, I went to celebrate by myself. I went to the Colonnade restaurant and had myself a small veggie with green olives, my favorite pizza place. And afterwards, I told the lead, Sarah, I said to her, "I did it. It's over. We can do it now. Like nothing can stop us. I know how to do it." And like the sky's the limit. Bring it on, kind of thing. And later on, she sent me a $25 gift card because she said, because I told her what I had done. I said I went and celebrated at the pizza place, and afterwards she's like, "What was that pizza place called?" I said, "I get this little letter from her," and she's like, "Oh, please use this to call an aid and get yourself a veggie pizza." I haven't done it yet because I wanted to go with somebody that has a mobile phone. I don't have a mobile phone, and so because I wanted to take a picture of the pizza. And I just told her on Friday, I said, "Hey, wait a minute. I'll go next week and I'll bring my little digital camera with me." and I'll take a picture from there. So what I'll do actually today when I go to Lorenzo's, I'll take a picture of the pizza so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and I'll post it on the community thing about it. That will be interesting. Yeah. All right. So we're going to do one more, and then that'll be that. It's gonna be sad to see you guys go, but I also this is neat. I don't know if I'll be doing it very more often, but I really, like I've mentioned before, I think to Charles Latour, saying, why not? I mean, if I'm just going to stand over this bloody table by myself, doing this, that, or the other thing, shouldn't I like share it if anybody comes on or not? Like, you know, they do, they do, they don't, just like Corvinus Wargaming does. You know, so I was like, okay, why not? Nice. It's not scripted. It's not a, you know what I mean? I don't feel like I have to perform in the same way that the Saturday live streams are, obviously. Like, I mean, there I'm really trying to do something. All right. Where did I put you? 3605. How about 3707? All right. And then that'll be that. I just got to make sure I grab my book and my notebook, journal. And then, like I said, later I get to hopefully chit chat with Meandering Mike later. And then after that, the Gamers with Coffee will have their show on Sunday later on, so I'll get to watch that. And then tomorrow I've got my Moon Garden. Well, jeez, I've got lots of stuff tomorrow. I've got a webinar from the Western Front Association tomorrow afternoon. Well, I've also got Remembrance Day stuff to do in the morning. Then I've got, like I said, I've got the webinar from the Western Front Association tomorrow. Then I've got my the Moon Garden creative writing meetup tomorrow night. So I'm going to be pretty busy, which is great. And then Tuesday, I go back to work. And then I've got another webinar from the Western Front Association that afternoon as well. Jesus Christ, that'll be fun. And then Friday is day one of the symposium from the National World War I Museum and Memorial. And then that evening, it's going to be the World War I Historical Association fireside chat that I was mentioning about the books. Which books? Oh my gosh, I got to go and grab one of the books from the mini library that I have with Ivan there at work. I told you about. I have to bring back the Whiz Bangs and Woodbines book done by a reverend, I think. Really, it's a really good read. I really enjoyed it. It's not a very big read. Picked that up, I think, from the World War I Museum and Memorial online store, I do believe. All right. That's done. At least I got some stuff done. Okay. Pop you back here. Oh, DJ Sideways, man, you should see my freaking house. It's just, the whole thing is just covered in, well, I live alone now after Zoe moved out. And I realized, why am I can do anything I want with this house. And so I sleep on the couch in the living room, and my master bedroom is my main gaming room. The whole, essentially, the only place that doesn't have maps is my bathroom. Everywhere else, there's maps. There's maps all over the walls, everywhere. And that's it. I live, eat, and breathe Great War and techno brain my head out as much as I can. That's about it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm about to go and turn off so I can go to. Time to get to the kids. See you later, DJ Sideways Man. Well, I'll see you on your channel later. Yeah, guys, so I'm gonna zip off now to go and snacks and pizza. It was super great to see you, man. And I hope you guys have a good time. See you later. Bye. I'll make sure I bring my digital camera. I'll take a picture of the. Okay. See you later, guys. Bye. Thanks again, guys. Thanks, Brian R. Smith.